Today I want to talk about weaving in your ends, these nasty little strings you get after you're done knitting, and the easiest way I found to hide them in. I have two different needles here. I have just a normal big fat needle, I don't know, I used to use it all the time, and then I found these tapestry needles at the craft store, and they have this nice little curved end which makes embroidering really easy. And doing weaving in your ends pretty easy. I'm not going to use that one because it's really big and bulky and stretches out my stitches. So, alright, now that I have that threaded, what I like to do is I like to come in and go through a loop or one of the purl stitches or whatever kind of stitch you're doing, and I like to just do a little tiny knot to lock everything in place before I get started. And all I did there was looped around, came in, went through and pulled tight. Now what I like to do is, especially when I'm doing stockinette, if you can see there's this diagonal with stitches, I like to go in and I will go into that diagonal. I don't know if you can see that very well there, and I come in and there is my needle. You can't see it in the back and you can't see it in the front. You can't, when you pull the yarn through, you won't be able to see it either. That's why I love this method. I don't know if I saw this on YouTube or if I figured it out myself. And then I always do one down, and I come up, and I just do another one. And I always do like a twisty kind of motion, so I make sure that I get like actually in the stitch, right in the back of it. See, it's in there. Can't see it. Can't see. You can kind of see where it's been pulled tight a little bit because the needle's still in there. But, I mean, overall, you're really not going to see it. You don't want to pull it too tight because you'll get that a pucker where you have it coming back up. I'm going to take my scissors. I don't want to cut it too close, but just enough that it won't slide back through. Or if it does slide back through, it won't be too noticeable. Just a little tiny snip. And you got that in. Can't see it. Now with something like ribbing, I am going to work in between the knit columns so that it's hidden in between here. So I have my bind off pulled through here. I'm just going to come in, I think I'll come in right here, and just hide my way until I get to this point where it comes out in between those two knit row columns, and pull it through. Oh. Well, there, I just undid my my bind off. So you don't want to do that. I guess pay a little bit closer attention when you're doing this. Alright, well, we got that fixed up. Find your way into this little... Oh, well, that looks bad now. And there's a lesson for you. Pay attention a little better. Then I'm going to do another little knot. So this isn't turning out very pretty. I'm gonna see if I can hide this in here. There might be another better way to do hiding on a ribbing. I actually haven't done ribbing in a long time, and I don't think I'd figured out how to hide it yet when I had done ribbing. Actually, I think I just figured this out late last year, and I haven't done ribbing in like 2 or 3 years. So maybe leave out the little knot. And then I'm going to come in and just, there's like a little row of ladders and then a little row of, you can see them here. I'm looking at these and these where you switched between knits and purls. And I'm going to go down this whole little column right here. Right where these two meet. I think that's going to be the best place to hide this. This big yarn is pretty puffy. Hard to see what I'm doing. Still going to do that twisty motion thing I was talking about. You can kind of see it here where it's going through. It's following that leg of the knit row. Well, that one looks a little fat, but it actually looks pretty good. I'd hide that in a little bit better. Maybe go this way. I don't know, something to experiment with. Like I said, it's been a while since I worked with ribbing. Well, there you go. That's how I do my weave-ins. It's the same one I use for all my... I'm just going to cut this off because when I knitted it, I actually did 2 stitches with the leftover long tail cast on. I did 2 when I went back through and did my first 2 stitches of first row. I actually did it with the working string and the long tail leftover string, so that's not going to come out. And there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this, found it helpful. And if you need anything, just leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you or make a video for your question or whatever. Thanks for watching.